This is what I wish I knew before I actually applied to medical school. If your MCAT or your GPA is not where you would like it to be, it is okay to take a gap year. I know many of us who are non-traditional students start to think, well, dang, how old am I actually going to be once I actually go to medical school? But the bigger picture here is that whether you're a 50-year-old who completed 4 years of medical school or you're a 26-year-old who completed 4 years of medical school, you know what they call you then? Doctor. The truth is, life is going to continue whether you're actually pursuing your dream or not. So the reality is that no matter what age or stage you are in your life, going after your goal is never the wrong choice. Please know that the scoring on the MCAT or your undergraduate GPA has no correlation to how you actually perform medical school, getting through medical school, making you a better physician. Its only goal is to actually get you into medical school. And then from there, your future is completely in your own hands as far as putting in the work, the effort to actually obtain that specialty or that dream that you've always wanted to. No residency is going to look back and say, what did you score on MCAT? One thing I was told by a professor, which I love to this day during my actual master's degree, was that these stats are just a data point. They are not a reflection of who you are. It is just a metric that people are utilizing. Number 2, make sure you're applying to both your DO and your MD schools. Both are great options. So if you get into one, take it, run. I will say that unless you were applying for plastic surgery or neurosurgery, which are still very MD biased, that you're completely fine taking either route. Really, in both situations, you're going to have to do your due diligence as far as research, being a great student, making connections, and so forth. Number 3, get rid of all the unnecessary debt before you actually get to medical school. I wish someone told me this. I was working and had a couple of credit cards. I had a little car loan. And reality check it. You realize that you're coming from this salary or that paycheck that you're so used to getting every 2 weeks and so forth to now you're a student, you're gonna get your funds to survive, and that is it. Now, where this gets tricky is that your loan does not cover anything outside of just your daily living expenses, such as your food, putting a roof over your head, and your medical education. So any credit cards, any personal loans, private loans, so forth, is something that you're gonna have to figure out how to pay outside of those funds. In retrospect, I wish I tackled this earlier, but the truth is I had to learn it the hard way, which is completely fine now as I learned frugality and learn how to pay off all the debt that is not tied to my medical education. Don't worry, I'm gonna make a video very soon on this too, just for all my non-traditional students who may have some debt on their name, which a lot of us do in this world, and being able to tackle that. The most important takeaway out of all of this is that you are able to accomplish this dream. I remember in my situation in particular, I had so many people doubt me from actually obtaining this dream. I had statistics that were going against me as far as obtaining this dream, and I just didn't let anything get to me. I just kept pursuing, I kept going, and I just never quit, and I never gave up my faith in God. The whole point of this channel was to be a clear example that if I was able to obtain this and everything else that I will accomplish, that you are able to as well. There's nothing that makes anyone special. If they have a heart beating, if they're breathing the same as you and they bleed the same as you can accomplish it as well. The key thing is that you have to be real with yourself. You have to understand how difficult this path is going to be as far as obtaining, sticking through it, and the longevity of it. But also understanding that if you're doing something now that you are miserable doing, and this is the only thing you can think about, that uncomfortability is worse than pursuing this dream. I had that same uncomfortability when I didn't get the MCAT score I wanted. I had that same uncomfortability when I didn't get the GPA I wanted. I had that same uncomfortability when I was working jobs I knew I did not care about, and that the moment I would leave if I had a medical school acceptance. At the end of the day, I let that be the fuel to drive me forward to actually obtaining this dream. Know that this dream is worth it, and know that you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. It is an honor to be able to serve future patients, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else. And if you feel the same, get to work.